All right, guys, welcome back for another exciting presentation. And today we have my buddy RJ, my buddy Ron in the house. Great leaders, great influencers, great people to be around. These guys are awesome. And I'm here representing him and their downline and everyone that you guys are bringing on board. Lovely presentation. We had one the other day. We hit 500K. And we started in March 1st. So put some fire emojis up in that chat if you're excited with me, because we're still celebrating. Guess what? I haven't even let it grow anymore because I've been withdrawing 60K a day, which is awesome. That is great. I'm telling you guys, there's nothing more exciting right now than to be in COTPS, Crypto OTC, the platform that we're going to talk about today. But before we start, I always want to emphasize and let everyone know so that we all have the same mentality about these investment platforms, okay? So I'm going to give you guys all a piece of advice that I've been giving everybody for years, because I've been in this market for over 8 years, and investing in these markets, I've come to realize one thing and one thing only, that investing in a high-risk industry, call it Forex, call it binaries, options, metals, cryptos, futures, you know, all of these industries, any of the opportunities that are offered in these industries that are aggressive in gains or in profit making are usually very high risk and are not really guaranteed. So what tends to happen is a lot of people want to get into, you know, debates about certain opportunities, and they want to be, it's not even that they want to be convinced. Nobody who's aggressive and skeptical really wants to be convinced. They just want to get into an argument, and they just want to take up your time and space, and that's not cool. So what I want you to understand is that all those questions that people might want to ask about a certain opportunity are really irrelevant, because everything in the industry that we're in is high risk. And because there is no guarantees, all these questions are actually irrelevant. So what is the real question at hand to make money from these type of opportunities? The right question is, how do I approach this market strategically and effective enough to make a lot of money for the years to come? Well, first thing you need to do is do your due diligence, okay? So we're a team of investors that are always doing due diligence. We don't guarantee that any platform is gonna last a certain or X or Y or Z time. We don't guarantee that stuff. But what we can tell you is that we do enough due diligence to tell you that we saw some things in here that says that we will be able to make some money if we go now, okay? So apart from that, if you're gonna do your own due diligence, it's gonna be very important for you to check, you know, the history of the company, the registrations, the regulations, the website here is history, the pictures and just every form and every aspect. I have a different appetite when it comes to approving certain platforms. So there's a lot of things that don't bother me, like if the CEO picture is not the same, or if they have a registered virtual office in the United States, and when people drive there, you know, there's nothing there but just like, you know, an office where they rent to virtual registrations. And these things are easy for me to not be bothered by, because I myself own virtual offices, and I do them just to have a registration. Of course, I'm not going to put my house address, and businesses require, or business registration governing entities require that you have, you know, a physical address. So people usually get virtual addresses. And when you go to my virtual address, all they'll tell you is, hey, Mr. Rivera's not here today, but if you make an appointment with him, and I can actually go there and just, you know, meet with somebody there, use the conference rooms and whatnot, but you will not find any of my employees there or anything like that. It's done for registration purposes. It's done for marketing purposes and for certification purposes if my business needs any, okay? So doing your due diligence has its appetite. Sometimes you're not gonna like those things that you find, and sometimes you're gonna be okay with certain things, and it all depends on your appetite of approval. In my case, those things don't bother me because I know the facts behind them. So doing our due diligence is it comes with a level of risk, okay? So we do what we do, and wherever we go, we make good money. Crypto OTC has been one of the most favorable platforms by far in the last year or so, okay? And we've been doing this for 8 years, actually one of the best. So the second thing you want to keep in consideration is only invest what you're willing to risk, because if you only invest what you're willing to risk, then you're going to sleep at night. You're not going to be looking at your phone every 5 minutes, wondering if the company disappeared, wondering if this is a Ponzi scheme, wondering if, now the YouTube bloggers are getting everybody nervous, and is my money okay? And is this and this and that? Do not over leverage your investment. Only risk, only invest, right, what you're willing to risk. Because if you do, you're going to be fine. And if it works out, then you're going to do great, especially in this platform that it has the potential to make about 150, 160% or more per month, okay? Then the next thing you want to do is get your initial investment ASAP. So the moment your investment doubles, which in this case will probably be within the next 20 days, if you're actually networking, it'll probably be a few days, okay? So once you do get that investment, pull it, because now whatever's running is totally risk-free. You got what you sacrificed, and now whatever's in there, if something happens, you're not gonna have hard feelings about. What do? We make as much as we can until the wheels fall off. That's what you do after you get your initial investment back. The fourth thing you want to make sure you do is never put your eggs in one basket, guys. You don't want to say, okay, COTPS, this is where it's at. Boom, here's everything I got. Like, if you're going to do that, just take a trip to Las Vegas and go gamble at the casino. Go play blackjack, go play roulette, go play the slot machines, because we're not doing that here. We're not gambling. We're strategically entering into an investment opportunity that can make you a lot of money, but we're going to be strategic about it. We're going to be wise about it. So we're not going to put all of our money in. So we have a savings. We take about 20% of our savings, and we get 4 or 5 opportunities, and we spread them out through there. Of course, you're going to have favoritism on one more than another because X or Y reasons, and that's okay. So get with your buddy Ron, get with your buddy RJ, and ask them, what other opportunities can I diversify in? Because it's very important for you to do so, because if something happens to one of the platforms 6 months later or a few months later after, then you still have 4 or 5 other streams of income holding you down. So diversification is powerful in this industry, okay? And then, of course, make as much as you can until the wheels fall off, because you understand in your head that in this industry, nothing lasts forever. There are no guarantees. I'm not going to sit here and try to ask questions that are trying to convince me. No, what I want to know is how to approach this market effectively enough so that I can make as much money as I can, as safely as I can. And that's how you make good money in this industry. So a little bit about myself. I've been investing in these markets for about 8 years now. And so 3 years ago, we started to dabble in the automated trading department of things. I started off with a Forex educational group. Then I moved on and created a signal group. Then I moved on and started doing a little bit of account management. And then 3 years ago, we started doing automation, and we got into high frequency trading algorithms and things of that nature. And then nowadays, then we're trading a lot of we're still doing Forex, we're still doing signals, we're still educating people in Forex and how to trade there. But now we've spread out and we've started dabbling in the crypto market as well. So with that being said, Crypto OTC, which is the platform that I'm presenting to you today based on crypto arbitrage, is what we're doing. So what is arbitrage, guys? So arbitrage is pretty much focusing or capitalizing on the price difference for gains. So the best way to explain that is saying, if BTC was 30,000 a coin here in the US, but in Japan, it was 31,000, then there's an arbitrage opportunity there. Okay, so that's the easiest way to explain it. Now that's done manually. Okay, so I'll go ahead and buy, right? I'll buy 1 Bitcoin here, 30,000. I'll shoot it over to that exchange where it's 31,000, and I'll cash out. I just made $1,000 plus my 30,000. That's exactly what happens at Crypto OTC. So what they do is that they're connected to several exchanges globally. And when they see a price discrepancy or a price difference, then what they have, then what they do is they take your balance and they sell it over there, cash it out, and bring it right back and route it back. So they do it in an algorithm instead of manually. So for 2 hours, your money goes from the wallet balance to the transaction area, and it's arbitraging USDT. And because it's arbitraging a stable coin, because USD Tether is a dollar for dollar stable coin that doesn't fluctuate or crash. It doesn't flourish, but it doesn't crash. But there are price differences throughout the exchanges, and that's what crypto OTC takes advantage of. And so because it's a stable coin, there's less risk. And I've had a lot of people actually flood support with questions like, how long do you think OTC is going to last? Crypto OTC is going to last. And crypto OTC continues to say, as long as USDT is in the market and stable the way it is and has price differences throughout the different exchanges, then we are going to be here. So I am never that person to predict or to tell you, you know what, I think COTPS is going to, be around for this long or that one. I can guarantee that crypto OTC is going to be around for this X, Y, or Z amount of time. That would be very irresponsible of me to do. But these actual comments are coming from the actual support. And they're telling everyone, listen, as long as there's opportunity for arbitrage, we are going to be here, which is great. Okay, which is great. So, I started with this platform back in about March 1st. Okay, guys. And a buddy of mine told me about it because he had some buddies out of Dubai that told him about it about 2 years ago. And they said, hey, come on in with this thing we're about to do. I'm going to probably throw about 5K in here. My buddy Sonny said, hey, yeah, let me check it out, this and that. But he got busy and he forgot. So one thing led to another, and 2 years passed by. So 2 months ago, that same buddy from Dubai told him, hey, did you ever get on board with the COTPS platform that I told you about? He goes, man, I totally forgot about that. How's that been going, by the way? He goes, hey, just so you know, I started with 5K, but now my account is at 4.6 million. I'm withdrawing about 500K a week, which is $500,000 every weekend, which is $2 million a month. And my buddy went berserk. He was like, no way. So he came to me, he said, Jay, man, this is what's going on, long story short. And I was like blown away by it. I said, wow, man, go ahead and send that information over. I want to check that out. So I did. And I threw $100 at it, okay, just to test it out. And then I found that the platform was very user friendly. I found that, the customer service was great. I chatted with them. They're pretty responsive. The platform is very user-friendly. The security was great. When I even went to register, you register with your phone, you create a password, they send a code to your phone, and everything you're gonna do within the platform requires that phone code. So even if someone gained access to your account, your account is actually safe because only you can get that code on your phone. So it's pretty cool. I was like, wow, this is awesome. They have instant deposits, they had instant withdrawals, and that's all due to the decentralized structure of the platform. So it's not like some of the other opportunities that you might run into the market where they have to approve the actual withdrawal, and it could take between an hour to 24 hours. Some people pay it out 2, 3, 4. Some people take about a week to get their withdrawals and stuff like that. But when you have a decentralized platform, the deposits will be instantaneous and the withdrawals will also be instantaneous. That tells you that they have a tier 1 bank account. Okay, what that means is that the funds that the OTC makes are in one bank account and all the members' funds are segregated in a different bank account, which means that whenever you do your withdrawal, your money comes from right there, from your own bank account, your own bunch that's in the bank account, and no one is on the other side having to approve. Well, we have over 3 million users worldwide, so imagine approving 3 million plus users' withdrawals. That would be insane. And I know some companies might take up the responsibility, and it's insane, but a lot of the things that I found with the platform was so user-friendly. I'm just gonna run through it real quickly for you, just so you understand. So there's this home icon over here. When you go here and you click on right here where it says About Us, you'll notice that the registration information is here. You'll notice that the regulation information is here. And it's really great to understand and know these things, because you can even go on their site and confirm. You can call FinCEN and confirm that they have a base out here in the US. They just opened up in Canada about a month ago, I think. So now, not only are they regulated with FinCEN, they're regulated with FinTrack as well, which is great because they have it all right here for you to actually do your due diligence and check it out. You can call FinCEN, you can get on the FinCEN website and confirm the registration and the certification numbers on there, and it's awesome. Okay, the next thing that you want to do maybe while you're over at the home center is go to customer service. And as you can see, I've had various conversations with them, and they are responsive. Okay, they're very responsive. Just got to leave you put a question or whatever, and you just leave it open, and you'll get an answer. Very responsive. So I gave 5 stars to user friendliness. I gave 5 stars to customer service. The platform is awesome. So when I went over to this section, well, you know, of course, I already explained how the arbitrage system works, but when you're in the transaction hall area, all you're really doing is pressing. If you're going to go manual, you're going to press the immediate competition for orders. And what that's going to do is going to take your balance from the wallet area to in the transaction area, and it's going to put it to work for approximately 2 hours. So within the next 2 hours, you're going to start seeing your money come back to the wallet, no more than 2 hours and 10 minutes at a time. Okay. Yep, I'm pressing the button, my brother. I got you. We got more people jumping in. There we go, admit. And for 2 hours at a time, you're getting this balance coming back over into your wallet. And every time it does so, you get a 0.3% return. So, of course, if you're a robot and in actuality, all these funds are being returned to your wallet in exactly 2 hours, you would be making about 3.6% a day. But that is not accurate because no one can press that button all day. But we do have a solution for that, because I had some coder buddies code up a script that could actually press these buttons every 2 hours for you. But even on top of that, it's based on 2 hours and 10, 11, maybe 12 or 13 minutes. And what happens is you're going to get about 10 to 11 cycles a day. So you're going to wind up making between 3% and 3.3% every day, which is still astronomical, guys. That's equivalent to a good 108% or so, at least 100% a month. But it doesn't stop there, because the platform takes everything you make and puts it back in the working pot, which means you're compounding growth every 2 hours, which takes your whole mathematics to another level. Now, when you do your calculations, you're actually making about 165 to 170% on your balance every 30 days. That is amazing, guys. That is amazing. So if we go over into, actually, you know what? I've never talked about this earned interest area. We don't even use it, because what they offer is not worth our time. Okay, so if you notice here, right, it says for 1 day, 0.1%. We're already making 0.3% every 2 hours. Okay, so I'm not, you know, like bashing the thing, but a lot of people ask about it. So we have 0.45 for 3 days. We have 1.4% for 7 days. So you're locking your funds up when we only get a lockup for 2 hours in the transaction hall area. And then you have a 9%, okay, for 30 days. That's not where we want to make money, guys. So stay away from this area. Okay, it's not really, you know, that serious. You don't want to go ahead and do that. And then we have the mine section over here, which tell you pretty much up here, you recharge. That's where you make your deposits. When you click on it and you scroll down a little bit, you get your QR code, or you make a copy of your deposit address, and that's how you can do it. You do it via USDT, TRC20. Do not try to send TRX. A lot of people make mistakes, and they throw TRX in there, and they're like, oh no, and you pretty much lost your money in the metaverse somewhere, or in the, you know, blockchain verse or whatever. You know, send it the right way. USDT TRC20, guys. Okay. All right. And then you have your withdrawal area. Whenever you go to withdraw, you are going to notice the high security measures that they take. Okay. So what happens here is it'll tell you the balance that you have available. So if you're trying to withdraw and your money is in the transaction hall area, of course, you're not going to be able to do that, because it's the available balance in your wallet that's withdrawable. Okay, guys, just remember that always. Now, you got to put a withdrawal password in here. Okay, so you're going to put the amount you want to go ahead and withdraw when it's in your wallet area. And then you're going to put your transaction password, which is your withdrawal password. And then you're going to click on send verification. Okay, and when you do that, if it's more than $499, it's going to also require a facial recognition. And that's why I gave security on this platform 5 stars, and 5 stars being the top, the most you can give. So I love the security measures in here. Okay, now, of course, that's the withdrawal button. And then transfer is really simple. You can transfer to anyone who's connected to your network, and they'll just charge you a little bit higher of transaction fees. So what do the transaction fees look like? So when you withdraw regular to your external wallet, you're going to get charged 0.3% transaction fee, which is not a lot. For the transfer fees, you're going to be charged a little bit more. It's 1%, okay? So 1% to transfer within the platform, which is not that bad. I myself have not tried it, okay? But it's pretty cool to know that you can transfer within the same platform, okay? In your personal information, you'll find the things that you can modify, like you can modify your nickname without needing, you know, like a password. But whenever you can't modify your telephone number for anything. If you want to modify your login password, you have to get the OTP code. And if you want to modify your transaction password, you got to get an OTP code from your phone to do so. And the newest thing is you can modify your withdrawal address. Again, it requires a phone OTP code only you have and only you have control of, which is great for security measures. Okay, floating really quickly. Over here, it says team incomes. That's the income that's bunched up from all your levels, 1, level 2, level 3. And I'll tell you a little bit about that real quick, but I'll just click on it just to show you right here. So you'll see all the things that you're getting paid within your team. You scroll down, you click on more, and then on the right, you see all the different balances there. You click more and forget it. It's a life black hole down there for me, you know? So you just keep clicking and you get the picture, right? So that's what that is about, all your team stuff. Over here, you're gonna see your recharge records, which means the deposits that you've made so far. So for me, I've only invested $25,100 into this platform. And you already see that my account is already up 500 grand. I've been withdrawing about 60K a day. It's doing great. It's wonderful. Of course, it's not only the platform, it's all the commissions and all my network and all my downline that's coming in through there. So it's pretty good, okay? So that's what that is. And then over here, you have your identity authentication. Mine says pass. The way to do it is to get a screenshot with your ID right next to your face, and in 2 or 3 minutes, you'll get a pass. Some people make mistakes. They take a screenshot of their ID, or they take a screenshot only of their face. But this is how you do it, guys. And your KYC, which means know your client, will be approved in minutes. The invite your friends icon is simple. This is where you share your referral link, and you share that with your friends, and then they come up under you, and whatever performance, whatever profit they're making every 2 hours, on level 1, you'll make 15%. On level 2, you'll make 10%. On level 3, you'll make 5%. Okay, so that's really great. You get it right there. And the withdrawal records only show what you've withdrawn. In my case, of course, you see here 20K, 20K, twice already today I've withdrawn. And tonight I'll definitely make another withdrawal before midnight, my time. And so over here yesterday, you see that I withdrew 2 times. And then, you know, you'll see it. Some days you'll see 3. Okay, and it's really cool because look, I've withdrawn a little over 400 grand since March 1st. Okay, March 1st, right there. Boom, 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 boom. And from March, April, and on, it was just 20K withdrawals, 20K withdrawals. So there's about 24K down here. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and we are probably already 500K withdrawn, 524K or so, which is pretty phenomenal, might I say. Okay. Okay. So moving forward, we have the My Team section, and in the My Team section, you'll see the residuals that you're making on level 1, on level 2, right, and then on level 3. And you'll see these, you can cash these out. Of course, mine is still running on the algorithm. So usually I stop it to give a good demonstration toward the end of how the algorithm works. But between the cycles, I never caught it on time, and I had company over. So today I don't have a presentation on that toward the end, but that's okay. Everybody has seen what that does. But over here, this is where your residuals are found, and you just hit receive and they'll get placed in your wallet, which the algorithm will then take and also compound it in to the transaction hall area for you to continue to compound your growth very aggressively, might I add. Okay, so what are the possibilities with this, guys? What are the possibilities? So quickly, if I may, I'll go over here and I have a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Every time I open this, I always have a hard time. I should have opened it before I started the presentation. All right, we're still admitting people jumping in. Here we go. All right, so let me organize this over here, right? So every time I open this, it gives me a little bit of a hard time, but let's see. So this is a little Microsoft spreadsheet that I have that allows us to see pretty much what the possibilities are if we invest a certain amount. So today's date is the 5th, right? So let's go to the 5th, which is right here. Let me erase this right here. Okay, the 5th. So if we start on the 5th with $500, guys, okay, $500, then we'll double our money. And this is 3% worst case scenario. I put it, you know, I adjusted it to 3%. We're going to make more than 3% because you're making 3.3% one day, yeah, one day, no type of deal. And then you're getting commissions if you're networking, right? So what happens is you're going to double your money right around, let me erase this over here. Boom, there we go. Right around the 30th, if you start today with $500. So we withdraw the 500, right? Rule of thumb, we're gonna go ahead and get our initial investment back on May 30th. So we start today on the 5th. That's 25 days worst case scenario. After the 25 days, you get your money back and you get to continue making money, and you will hit like your first million or so. Somewheres, let me go over here and stretch this out a little bit. And mine always gets a little jacked up, but you will make by February, I want to say 739 up here. By February 5th or 6th, you'll make your first million. Of course, this is you not touching it, and that's not what we recommend. Of course, you want to make as much as you can until the wheels fall off, but it is a rather fun way to, you know, kind of do and just play around with the Excel and stuff like that. But it shows you the possibilities, and you could put a higher number in there. And when you put a higher number in there, according to what you're willing to risk, you'll see the figures. And if you need it, just ask Ron or ask my buddy RJ. They'll give it to you. If you're on this webinar because of me, then you know how to find me. I'll give it to you so you can play around with it and check out the possibilities. Like I said, today I was not able to show you how the automated feature works, the hands-free feature works, but it basically does the work for you so that while you're sleeping, you can make that money. So guys, this is one of, by far, this is one of the best platforms that we've encountered in the last few years. It has taken us to another level of profit making, and we're making life-changing profits here. And we're really hoping for this thing to last. I'm saying, you know, we're on here until the wheels fall off, but all I got to tell you is if you go into these opportunities with the right mindset, right, you will make a lot of money. Remember always, guys, do your due diligence when you're checking out other platforms, right? We've already done our due diligence. We're in here already making money, all right? So this is a great platform to choose. Only invest what you're willing to risk, because if you do your sleep at night, get your initial investment ASAP. That could happen in worst case scenario, 25 days. But if you're a networker, man, within the first week, you can make your initial investment back, all right? Never put your eggs all in one basket. Always have a diversification of investments, 4, 5, 6 different platforms that you're investing to, okay? And make as much money as you can while it lasts. And also understand that this is a high-risk industry. Nothing is guaranteed, but if you do things strategically and wisely and approach the market with this mentality or mindset, I promise you, you're going to make a lot of money, and you're going to be putting a lot of fire in your bank account. That's what you're going to be doing. So guys, I don't have the hands-free presentation to show you because, of course, I didn't make it on time to stop my account so that I could show you, but I'm going to pass it over to my buddy Ron. He's going to give away some TRC20. And the only thing I have to say to you today is if you still haven't joined Crypto OTC or COTPS, today is the day. These are life-changing profits that are being made, okay? And jump on board. Get with the person who invited you. If Ronnie invited you, then talk to Ronnie. Get his registration link. If RJ invited you, or if any of the people that are jumping on board invited other people, get with the person who invited you on the presentation. You've seen it with your very own eyes. I started March 1st with this thing. My account is at 500K. I haven't let it grow anything past that. It should have already hit 1 million like a week ago, but I didn't. I started just withdrawing a lot from it. I'm making about 60K a day from it. And that's crazy. That is crazy. That's life-changing right there. So don't waste any more time. Jump on it, because I promise you, you will put fire in your bank account if you do. So Ronnie, here you go, my brother. I'm going to pass it over to you. Get you to unmute yourself over here. There you go. And go ahead and do your giveaway. Do you want to record the giveaway? Because I can just go ahead and press pause on there. And then that way you can go ahead and do your thing on the giveaway. Is that cool? Are you unmuted? All right, here you go.
Yes. Hello, Jay.
Okay, cool. I couldn't hear you. All right, so I'm going to stop the recording, guys. Like I said before, if you haven't jumped on, now is the time. God bless you. We love you. Mic drop. And I'm going to hand it over to Ronnie Ron.
Thank you.